We start CBS 2 News at 11 with breaking news in Sunland, Tujunga, where police activity has forced Apperson Elementary to go on lockdown right now. Sky 2 is live over the scene, as you can see, on Woodward Avenue and Day Street. That's just blocks away from that school. Officers are in the area investigating a report that a possibly suicidal man may be armed. The school was placed on lockdown as precaution. These are live pictures from the ground right now. We'll, of course, continue to keep our eye on this developing and breaking situation and I'll bring you more information as soon as we get it.
In the meantime, there are big problems in Pasadena. Gold Line riders are having a hard time getting through the city this morning.
And they're not happy about it. An issue with an overhead wire is affecting service and causing a mess during rush hour. CBS 2's Tina Patel is live in Pasadena with a look at why trains are being turned back. Tina.
Yeah, the last thing you want on a Monday is to find out the trains aren't running on schedule. Metro still doesn't know what caused the power lines to come down on the tracks and no word when the trains will be back on track.
Downtown LA, Pasadena.
A frustrating morning for commuters as they showed up to this metro station in Pasadena only to find out it was closed.
I was told that the train is out of service and that I'm going to be shuttled to the next station, and they're running every 10 minutes or something by bus.
When some people saw how crowded those shuttles were and realized how much longer their trip would take, they decided to forego public transportation for the day.
I've done that before, but I just rather drive. I'll go home because I'm so close. I walk here, so I can go home and get my car.
We could see the Gold Line train stopped on the tracks. Metro employees and sheriff's deputies helping people climb down and then escorting them down the railway. Metro says some of the overhead power lines that feed power to the trains came down around 5:30 this morning, forcing the halt in service. Crews are investigating what happened and trying to make repairs as quickly as possible. Some commuters say these unexpected delays don't bother them.
The train is amazing, and it's usually always consistent. Just once in a while this happens.
But others wonder whether it's worth it to rely on Metro.
I'm trying to stay green this week, so I don't know how much longer I could do this.
Yeah, a lot of people wondering how long they can do things like this. Now, right now, the Allen station is closed, but there are shuttles running between the Sierra Madre and the Lake stations in Pasadena. That's the very latest. We'll send it back to you.
All right, Tina, thank you for that update. A lot of unhappy passengers there. Yeah, thank you. Meanwhile, investigators are trying to find out what sparked a fire at a downtown LA warehouse overnight. It tore through the Payment Fabric wholesale building on 7th Street. You can see just how intense the flames were. They were shooting through the roof when firefighters arrived on the scene, and part of that roof collapsed. 3 firefighters were hurt during the battle, but are expected to be okay.
Another fire in downtown LA. Sky 2 was overhead this one when a motorhome went up in flames. This fire started around 5:30 this morning outside a vacant building on 15th Street and Long Beach Avenue. The motorhome was destroyed. No word on any injuries or even the cause of this fire.
Now to another developing story. 1 man was killed and 2 women were hurt after being shot outside a house party early this morning in Hacienda Heights.
And this wasn't the only recent shooting in that city. CBS 2's Cara Finstrom, she's live in Hacienda Heights now with the details on this. Cara.
Jasmine, a total of 6 people were shot in 2 different incidents within just a couple of days. Behind us, investigators have been out here all morning long. They say they don't think those 2 incidents are related, but neighbors are worried. This morning, Drone Force 2 flew over the sealed-off blocks where investigators believe a fight broke out after a house party, triggering a deadly shooting.
Bullets are flying down the street. I'm hearing them. And I look across the street, there's a guy laying dead.
The sheriff's department says the man shot and killed was in his 30s. They found him and a woman who'd also been shot on a nearby lawn. About a block away, they found another woman who was wounded too. Both of them are expected to survive. More than 30 witnesses were reportedly out in the street. Neighbors say a lot of parties have been held at the house recently and that it's being used as a short-term rental.
Every weekend, you can hear them at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Investigators quickly stressed they don't believe this morning's shootings are related to Saturday's gun violence, which took place outside another house party in Hacienda Heights, wounding 3 teenagers.
We've been here for 13 years. And it's been quiet. Hacienda Heights, you never hear anything in Hacienda Heights, but lately it's been a lot of shootings going on.
Investigators say they're not sure how many shooters they're looking for.
All we have right now is a dark sedan with possibly 2 to 3 males.
And you're taking a live look from Drone Force 2. The streets here have been shut down for more than 10 hours. You can see investigators continuing to try and look for evidence here, possibly any security camera footage they might have, as well as they try to pinpoint some descriptions of those suspects. And back here live, Jasmine and DeMarco, we hope to get some better descriptions later on today.
All right, Kara, thank you. And what a view from Drone Force 2. All right, investigators are sifting through evidence of the deadly boat fire disaster. FBI agents search warrants at the Truth Aquatics yesterday, and CBS 2's Candace Crone is in Santa Barbara with what they are looking for.
FBI agents scoured every inch of Truth Aquatics' 2 remaining boats exactly 1 week after a deadly fire on the Conception. The move comes after federal investigators served search warrants on the business yesterday.
My heart and my prayers go to the families and friends and everyone that's affected.
Cindy Hernandez stopped by the memorial as investigators examined a boat similar to the Conception in hopes of learning what caused the fire and why none of the 34 people below deck could escape the flames. We're told teams from the ATF, Coast Guard, and FBI were on the hunt for training, safety, and maintenance records at the boat rental company. On Sunday, agents hauled out boxes marked evidence. Authorities aren't sure if a crime was committed and said the company had passed all inspections.
I'm not surprised. I mean, when you have that many people die in an accident, I don't care if it's been certified by the Coast Guard or not, you're going to have a thorough investigation.
I'm not going to make too much out of it. I'm just going to, see what happens from it. I think it's important that we find out exactly what happened.
As investigators search for answers, mourners continue to pay tribute to the innocent lives lost.
This is a reminder that life is very, very precious. And now's the time to really love each other.
The body of that 34th victim is still missing. Crews will continue searching tomorrow and work to remove the boat from the ocean. In Santa Barbara, Candace Crone, CBS 2 News.
All right, now back to our breaking news in Sunland, Tujunga, where police activity has forced Apperson Elementary to go on lockdown. CBS 2's Randy Page is there live. Randy.
Jasmine, the reason they're on lockdown, we can show you where the elementary school is just a block down the street, looking to your left there. That's where a man is inside a house. LAPD says they believe him to be suicidal and that he could have weapons inside the home. And for that reason, obviously, they want to make sure the kids are safe. When the call first came in, we understand some of the kids may have been on the playground. They decided to go ahead and have them go into their classrooms. We really want to underscore the fact that as far as we can tell, a person in that house could not have any real vantage point to the school, although it's very close. Of course, you want to be extremely careful. Who knows what can happen? On the other hand, it's really important to know that there are a lot of LAPD here, airships overhead, as you can see. We're waiting for the tactical unit to get here, also negotiators. This is really only about an hour and 15 minutes old, so take a little bit of time for them to get everyone in place. But we just want to make sure everyone is clear that the school here is in lockdown, and that's a good thing. And there's no apparent clear danger to the kids at this point. Let's go back to you.
All right, thank you for that update there. Randy Page reporting live.
Well, still ahead here at 11, more traffic congestion at LAX, the new construction project that could cost you time.
Excitement is building at Apple ahead of a big event tomorrow, what the company is expected to announce.
Oh, and look who we have. Comedian Jon Lovitz live in our green room waving. He's going to tell us about a fun game show that premieres on CBS 2 today.
He's excited.
We can't wait.
I know.
All right, you are looking live at downtown. It's a beautiful day out there. We have mostly blue skies, temperatures below average. The nice cooling trend from the weekend, it's continuing into the start of your work week. Your forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, welcome back. Are you headed here today? There are some major changes for drop-offs and ride-hailing stops starting today at LAX. Let's take a closer look, a live look here at the airport, where the passenger drop-off lanes in front of terminals 5 and 6 are now closed. The new restriction affects the upper level, which is for departure, so cars won't be able to pull up to the curb. It's all part of a renovation project there at the airport that's already going on between terminals 1 and 2. This should last for about 2 months, DeMarco.
Yeah, good luck with that. All right, all eyes will be on Apple tomorrow. Apple CEO Tim Cook is expected to unveil 3 new iPhones at its annual showcase event. Now, the new iPhone 11 lineup is said to include additional rear cameras, enhanced capabilities for low light photos, as well as faster processors. A Wallet Hub national survey shows that nearly 30% fewer people plan to buy the new iPhone this year compared to last year. We'll see about that. All right, do we have a special guest in the studio this morning?
Funny you should ask. Comedian Jon Lovitz is here. Yeah, hint, hint, to tell us about a game show that's new to CBS 2 starting today.
We will keep the good vibes going with the man, the myth, the legend, Jon Lovitz. Hey, true or false? Surveillance cameras caught a Florida man breaking into a restaurant, taking off his clothes, eating noodles, and playing the bongos.
Hey, what can I say? I love their food.
All right. You're going to be cracking up, right? This is an outrageous game show premiering today on CBS 2. Funny you should ask. That's the name. It believes every question always has a funny answer.
And we're excited about it. The celebrity panel always brings their A game, and one of the regulars, Jon Lovitz, joins us now this morning. We are so happy and excited to have the superstar with us. So real quick, tell us how this game works.
Well, there's two contestants, and then they ask John Kelly. He's great. He's the host, and so he'll ask a panel of 6 comedians a question, and then we always answer with a joke, and then the real answer, and then they say, do you agree or disagree with the comic? Is it true or false? And they go yes or no, and if they're correct, they get money. But it's really just 23 minutes of laughs, and they have all these great comedians. Well, I'm on almost every show. Great.
Come on.
But I'm saying besides me, they have great comics like Louis Anderson, Tiffany Haddish has done it, Howie Mandel does it, Jamie Kennedy, Byron Allen, who created the show. It's his show. Entertainment Studios produces it, and he's been a great friend to me and hired me. And
I thought
he
had
came up
gotten
with
away
the idea
from
of the
TV.
show. He's on it. Cedric the Entertainer's been on it. Jack Kay, Natasha Leggero. I mean, on and on.
But
Billy
how do they take you
Gardell.
seriously? Do you guys ever have the real answer? I mean, that's kind of mixed in there with your fun and
I don't think they're
jokes.
allowed to give us the real answer. They're allowed to say a suggestion of something, but you can't. They're not allowed to give you the real answer.
Okay, that makes it
so
hard.
we're actually deciding if it's true or not. But mostly it's just an excuse to crack jokes.
So what was
if you just want to laugh for 23 minutes,
exactly.
and it's just it's a comedy game show, but the emphasis is on comedy.
What was your favorite joke so far? One that's clean. One that's clean for the 11 a.m. audience.
They said in ancient times a woman's private parts were referred to as nothing, and I said that's right. That's why after I take a woman to dinner, I expect nothing in return.
That's pretty good, right?
That's good.
I was getting a little nervous, and then I was like, okay, we got
where are we
this.
going with this?
Only Jon.
He's a pro. He's a pro.
No filter.
No.
Who have you enjoyed working with the most out of all the comedians
On the show.
Yeah.
It's hard to pick. I've enjoyed meeting Billy Gardell. I never knew him before, and he's really funny. And he sits behind me, and every time I turn to look at him, he's like, turn. Don't even look at me. Turn.
Don't even make eye contact.
We do it about 100 times a day, and it makes me laugh every time. And he's got a new sitcom coming out.
Oh, wow. All you guys are staying busy.
Yeah, he's doing great. And Tiffany Haddish, when she did the show, I was
great.
excited. I met her years ago when
Up and coming.
Oh yeah, when she was maybe 21 or something, and it's very exciting to see her succeed. You know, to see someone, and she was great. And then, Louis Anderson's there, and Howie Mandel, I've known for years. A lot of
They're
them.
with the greats.
Natasha Leggero is fun.
Well, we all
Sherry
got to tune
Shepherd
in.
And everybody.
Well, Jon, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming on. We appreciate it and loved that joke. You're hilarious. I was like, he's going somewhere with this, but he's a pro.
I'm trying.
All right, folks, the season 3 premiere of Funny You Should Ask airs today at 2 p.m. right here on CBS 2, and it's a full hour of 2 back-to-back episodes, so enjoy. But for now, let's go ahead and send it over to...
Are you cracking up, Danielle?
I mean, I think that sounds great. We all need a little early afternoon laugh, so sounds like it's going to be a great show. Just DeMarco, don't get any ideas when I look at you telling me to turn away or anything like that. All right. You are taking a live look at Long Beach this morning. We do still have some of that marine layer out there. We do have sunshine inland. Temperatures are nice and mild, below average this afternoon. Not quite as hot and humid as we were last week. So it's 80 downtown right now, 81 in San Bernardino, 76 at LAX, and 77 in Camarillo and Van Nuys. Visibility is looking fine. Did not see any issues this morning with visibility. visibility, even though we do have more of a marine layer out there. So an onshore wind along the coast is keeping our temperatures cooler for the beach communities, actually keeping all of our temperatures cooler. Winds are a little bit breezy up into the mountains of Ventura County, even up into our high deserts. Now, we do still have this wind advisory in effect to our north for Santa Barbara County. It's going to be in effect through early tomorrow morning, and that is where we are expecting gusty winds to continue to pick up. So a trough of low pressure sitting just to our north right now, and this is what broke down the ridge of high pressure, and this is what's turning our winds onshore and bringing us some cooler conditions to start the work week. As we head into tomorrow, notice this trough will deepen a bit, and what that's going to do, it's going to take off a few more degrees into your Tuesday tomorrow. Now, Wednesday temperatures stay below average. Come Thursday and Friday, high pressure starts to rebuild over the area. That's going to set us up for a nice warming trend Thursday, Friday, and into your weekend. So highs today, 70s along the coast, 80s for the basin, below where we should be for this time of year. Lots of mid to upper 80s for the valleys and into the Inland Empire. Inland areas, the good news is you're going to stay out of triple-digit territory, at least for the next several days. So tomorrow, again, a few more degrees of cooling on the way. Enjoy it. We'll stay below average for your Wednesday, too, and then you'll start to notice we're turning up the heat on Thursday. Temperatures will be back up, to above normal for Friday into your weekend. So triple digits returning to the valleys for Friday into Saturday. We'll have another warm weekend ahead, so enjoy this brief cool down until Thursday, Friday when we turn up the heat again, and that warming trend is going to continue all the way into your weekend, Saturday and Sunday too. Jasmine and DeMarco, back to you.
All right, thank you, Danielle. A new CBS show has people singing another shade of blue.
And some of LA's finest get to show off their skills.
Can't wait to share this one, but first, Money Watch, a live look at the numbers on Wall Street. The Dow is up, barely.
Yeah.
We'll be right back after this.
And tonight, a new one-hour special on CBS has law enforcement exploring a whole new side
Yeah,
of their
they were
jobs.
happy to get their groove on. I love it, I love it, I love it. Hosted by my frat brother, Cedric the Entertainer, and country star Luke Bryan. Yes, Lip Sync to the rescue has first responders taking the Buyer Lip Sync Challenge to a whole new level. The Ventura County Sheriff's Department got really daring with the rescue helicopter, and the CHP took us on a tour of the state. Officer Ramberto Salcido recently sat in our studio and told us how they gave their opening song extra bounce.
First thing that came to mind was lowriders, so I reached out to a good friend of mine, and Oscar, and he brought some lowriders, and we filmed it in downtown LA.
Yeah, right. The show is so interactive. People have been watching 30 videos, right, online, and then voting for their favorites. So tonight, the top 10 will be revealed, and then 2 will advance to a live vote on Twitter. So kind of one of those voting American Idol type shows. So the winner gets $100 grand. Second place gets $50,000. You can watch and vote starting at 8 tonight, right here on CBS 2.
Nice, and I'm going to start calling him Rambo since you guys call him Rambo.
Yeah, that's how they do it. I know, I think it's awesome. Oh, and by the way, it really was inspired by that video viral challenge, those law enforcement, and took over social media. So anyway, awesome.
All right.
Love
Good
it.
to know. We're out of time. We thank you so much for yours, folks. We will see you tomorrow bright and early, 4:30 a.m. Get up. Bye.